I am an enigma, I make fairies and gnomes. I don't care, yes, that's how it goes. My wheels don't slow me down, and it's nice to have a seat. I'm having fun, I love my boys, my life is complete.
Hey, it's Enigma. The title of this video is one that I want to explain. This video is surviving an abuser. I was in a domestic violence relationship for 5 years. This video isn't about anyone who is involved in my situation. This is about anybody who is in a relationship, is being abused and wants out. I know in my situation, I got to a point in my head where I knew I was going to leave. I didn't know when or how to, but I knew that I had to go. And that's who this video is mainly for. The me's. The people who were and are in that place where they know in their head, I know I'm gonna have to leave. And this is my advice from my experience and things that I've done differently. Now, sorry, I'm reading notes now. Defining abuse, wow, this is like opening a can of worms. I define abuse as someone hurting or controlling someone else, either physically or emotionally. Usually there is some kind of build-up or a spinning out of control in abuse, and it develops a frequency in certain behaviors, and that's identified as the cycle of abuse. Now, the cycle of abuse works from increasing hostility, which builds up the anger, the sadness, even the alcohol in some cases. Then there is a blow up, and that's when there would be shouting, aggression, violence, intimidation, something that was a very clear power move. And then after that, in the cycle, comes regret and apologies, which always follow and then turn into normality, and the cycle continues because the hostility starts increasing again. Some cycles take years, some cycles take minutes. So for me, abuse is something that makes you feel controlled, or something that is hurting you, that somebody else is doing intentionally, and that you do not like. Now, surviving an abuser, when I'm talking about that, I'm talking about getting away. Before you leave, you can do preparations. I knowing that I was leaving, removed all the photo albums from the cupboards, and I took all my jewelry, and I took precious pictures the boys had made and things that were important to me, and I stored them somewhere away from the house at a friend's or a family member's, just getting those things out so that if you have to leave in a hurry, you know that all the important things are there already. You don't have to try and think in the 5 minutes while the police are here, crap, what do I grab? So if you've made that decision in your head that you're going to leave at some point, it's worth starting moving stuff out. I fostered for Dogs Trust. Now, there is a project called the Freedom Project with Dogs Trust, and that is where somebody who is in an abusive relationship who has an animal, because animals tend to be used as weapons in abuse cases. Some have unfortunately been killed to make a point. So Dogs Trust run a project where you can give your dog to a foster carer, and the foster carer will care for your animal whilst you go through the transition of moving into a emergency accommodation, and then into accommodation where you're actually going to stable, and then your animal can be returned, because most emergency housing will not take pets. So that's something that you really do need to think about and plan ahead a bit if you can feel that this kind of thing is coming. Any police station, school, or doctor's surgery will give you sanctuary and are open for you to use their phone to make calls. The National Domestic Violence Helpline and Refuge for Men is here, and they will be in the links in the description box as well, because for me, this video is to get people helped. This is in the UK. Other options can be searched up online. There is also citizensadvice.org.uk, who have a section of domestic violence that can give you information about charities that can help you with things. The Samaritans are 24/7. You can call them for any reason with anything, and they are somebody who will listen to you. And that is a very valuable service sometimes. Like I say, details and numbers will be in the description box. Escaping a abusive situation, especially a violent one, emotionally it is harder, I do agree. Escaping a violent partner does entitle you to emergency housing. So you can contact the housing and say, I've escaped a partner, I'm literally sat here in this doctor's surgery, I need help. And they will be able to guide you to a shelter. Now, you aren't going to be somewhere nice. The point isn't that they put you up in a hotel. These shelters are bad, but these people are here because they don't have a choice, or they will be dead. And that's why some people, when they realize they have to go to a shelter, will go back to the partner because they'd rather be there than in a shelter. I guess it depends what your state of mind is and how sure you are about what you want to do. But that's the information. Right, afterwards, most important, get yourself help. Most cities and GPs can refer you for a period of 6 weeks for free counselling. For women, Well Woman Centre takes self-referrals too, but as with everything, there's always a waiting list. Online support can be found in many chat rooms. Depressionchatroom.org is a great one. It's a live chat room. There are other groups on Facebook and everything that people can join. I always think of it as sharing the information and the experience may actually give somebody else the courage to leave. And if I can help somebody else, then what I went through wasn't pointless. There are free food parcels available as well from your nearest food bank, usually situated around churches. Single and family packs, and they will give you enough to make sure that you can get through until an emergency benefit payment comes through. Again, in the UK, you would have to inform the benefits agency. They will be able to issue you emergency payments. Recover and be strong. Abusers apologise. Abusers say they're sorry. It can amp up to them threatening to kill themselves. All that is them asserting the control that they had and trying to still have it. You have to make that decision as to whether you believe that or not. It's still control. The abuse hasn't changed, and next time it might be worse. Domestic abuse makes up 47% of abuse in the UK in 2017, according to the domestic abuser figures from the Office for National Statistics. That means that child abuse and everything that goes on, half of all abuse is between two people who love each other, or did. You can still love someone and not be able to live with them or be with them because of who they are. That doesn't necessarily change the fact that you love them, but it has to change how you see the relationship, because the relationship is not a safe one for you. Now, the video's over, but I'm talking to you. I'm talking to the person who I was then. Don't believe that you're worth less than them. It's not true. You are a valuable person with a beautiful soul, and the world needs you in it. The helpline numbers will be in the description box, as well as on the screen. Thank you guys so much. I hope this has helped somebody. I hope somebody somewhere may, next time they feel like they're being controlled or abused, say, hey, I don't have to do this. I know a way to get out. I can build my life. Once it's done, that's not it. It's not over. Then you get to start again. And you get to be who you know you are in your heart. And that is the best feeling. So talk to somebody, anybody, even in the comments, feel free. I will answer back. But just believe that you're important, because you are. Peace out, guys.